I started art 1 year ago. I wasn't even consistent at the start. I was just drawing a few days, every few days, maybe like every few months or so, but I never really considered anything much until 1 year ago. So, 1 year ago, something happened which I will not specify in this video, but it made me want to start drawing again. For reals this time. I decided one day when I woke up that I will become an artist. And that's how it started. I obviously was very bad at the start, like every other beginner artist, but I kept trying. And 1 year later, I'm glad I did. Even though my art is still not as good, obviously. It takes 10 or so years to be considered a pro artist or whatever. I'm happy, alright, because without this, I don't know what I would have done. Honestly, I don't even know why I started drawing. Like, when I try to remember, I just know that I woke up and bam, I want to draw. I just decided I want to draw forever. And I don't know if that's a good reason, but yeah, that's how I started drawing and my reason for it. I wasn't even consistent at the start. I was just drawing a few days, every few days, maybe like every few months or so, but I never really considered anything much. So, I started art 1 year ago, like I said before, right? It it felt honestly pretty easy spending my hours on art every single day. Maybe it was the fact that it was summer, or I don't know, it was because I started drawing in the first place consistently. But originally, I was doing a lot of poses. I, in fact, I think I spent like 3 hours every single day on poses just to get better at them. Honestly, yeah, I was spending so much. I think I was getting really good at them. Or at least from my perspective, I was getting really good at them. Obviously, being at least 10 times better now, maybe like 2 times at least. I can definitely see a lot of mistakes on my part back then. But then it felt like I was honestly getting pretty good at it. Honestly, I'm gonna show some examples of what I thought was good back then. And yeah, it wasn't too bad really. But the thing annoying me was honestly faces. Like anime faces. Like I couldn't on my life I could not make an anime face that looked good. Genuinely. Originally, I didn't even know what those vertical lines meant. The horizontal, the circle that you use to make an anime face. I didn't even know what those lines meant. I didn't even know about the Loomis method really. But I just used on the top of my head, I just came up with some ideas that could replicate what those possibly meant, which is probably the reason why my faces looked half decent, honestly. So, summer was ending, and I didn't have the free time I had while I was still in summer, obviously. And it affected me in many ways, but in art, I stuck with 1 hour per day of drawing. Alright, no more 3 hours, no more 4 hours, just 1 hour. Really. And around this time, I decided I would track my hours when I draw. And my goals around this time was honestly pretty simple. Cause I am a simple-minded human being, basically. Well, around 2 years ago, I kind of became obsessed with a fictional character, I guess you can say. And I wanted to show that I'm not obsessed anymore, and I've grown. Honestly, at the start, my brain was really overreacting a bit, but while I started drawing that big drawing about that fictional character, it kind of just faded away, which I guess made my mission a success. And after that, I did some other illustrations as well, but those don't matter. I'll put them on the screen. And around Christmas, I decided I'll start studying heads again, and that's what I did. And 4 weeks went by, and it felt like I wasn't making that much progress. I was honestly getting a bit frustrated until I found the Loomis method. The Loomis method, if you guys don't know, I'll put it up on the screen, is basically just a classic circle when you're drawing an anime face, but with a smaller circle on the side that shows its perspective. That's really it. And my first few drawings weren't that bad, really. It felt like I got way better, honestly. But how I knew, even 6 months later, I'm still having trouble with heads, believe it or not. But that's a topic for another video later. So yeah, I made some improvement on heads, really. But around that time, I decided I was gonna try making a manga. And I tried, to say the least, but obviously being like 6 months in, I didn't know how to do many things, really. More like faces, perspective, panel construction, stuff like that. I didn't know how to do all those. So after a few panels, I guess, a few pages of it, I kinda gave up. But I am planning on going back to it. My goal in the past was about being into art school. And when I made that goal 1 year ago, it felt like it was just a faraway goal that honestly never came. But even if it did, I still tried. I still grinded my best for it. I never let myself slack off. I always stayed out of the comfort zone. And I was happy. Alright? I was very happy. With my progress. And the simulation came, like, I have the simulation exam before the national exam that makes me be able to enter art school. And I have these simulations throughout the year that let me see my level. I did it, and I did not get a passing grade. Honestly, I was very demotivated, but I also started studying. Alright, I never let myself, just because I wanted to enter art school so much, mainly because I saw as my only option at that time. Like, if I don't enter art school, I don't know what I would be. And honestly, I know that was not such a good mindset at that time, but yeah, that's how it was back then, like 6 months ago. And I studied. I also drew a lot. I even switched to value studies, just because that's what's gonna be on the art exam. Value studies, composition. I even started painting, just for this one moment of just for these few days that would take this art exam. But throughout this journey, I came to realize that my this art school is not my only option, really. I have more options than this, and it doesn't have to be the end. And before I took that art exam, which honestly felt like a dream before I got to it, the year literally went by so fast, I don't know how. Before I went into the art exam, I made sure to reassure myself that whatever happened next, I tried my best. I did whatever I could. I did anything to not slack off. I even studied for this one thing. So if I don't enter, at least I tried, right? And I did the art exam. And it didn't really take that long to get the results. It only took around 2 days, honestly, to get the full results on the 2 phases of the art exam. And I failed. I was pretty sad, to say the least. Obviously, I was working my way up to this one thing for 1 year straight. It's been on my mind for 1 year, gang, and I was dreaming, I was wishing for it, and I didn't make it, and it took a few days to get over it. In fact, the only reason I got over it so fast was because my parents surprised me with a new laptop that I could use for drawing and my work. Alright, and that obviously got me out of it pretty fast because I couldn't worry about that anymore. But it was very detrimental to my mentality because I was just thinking, what am I gonna do now? What am I gonna try? Am I gonna continue? And I gotta thank my parents for buying me that new laptop because I was very cooked then, basically, bro. If you come this far into this video and you liked it, I would really appreciate it if you obviously subscribed and liked the video. It helps the algorithm and stuff. And if you want, you can stay around for more videos. I'll probably make some, though it's not gonna be as consistent. I'll mainly make short form videos and such. But when I do make long form videos, it's probably gonna be mostly about studying other artists or stuff like that. So if you seem interested in that, then be my guest, like and subscribe, and see ya next video.